You are now listening to the Baseball Aficionado podcast. Happy to be back again with you guys as we wrap up the rest of this MLB 2025 season. I mean, basically, it goes so fast. It feels like the season was just starting, but here we are, wrapping up down the stretch, the pennant races, all those things. What I do want to say is make sure that if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like, comment, subscribe. Let's continue to grow together. Let's build that connection. Always love hearing from you guys. And without further ado, I want to bring back my guy to the program. He's a regular. He's part of the program always. Of course, Willy Baez of Bodega Sports. We're going to talk about, there's a lot to get into. I mean, we want to talk about Kyle Raleigh, the MVP races. We'll probably get into some Cy Young talk and just what to expect down the stretch, some of these division races, all those things, and much more. I want to make sure, obviously, also there's an announcement, real quick announcement. I have a new merch drop coming out for the fall. It should be out in another week or so. So look out for that. I mean, we got more hats, tees, hoodies, things that are appropriate for the cold weather months, all those things. And of course, you still get 10% off when you subscribe at bbaficionado.com. I'll leave the link in the description for that. But without further ado, I want to welcome back to the program my guy, Willy Baez, Bodega Sports.
Well, Willy.
Santos, how you feeling, brother?
Whoa, what up, man? It's so much to get into. You rubbing your hands. You're like you're like a fly on the wall. It goes like that. You ever seen
man, I can't wait to get into all the politics that we have today.
Yeah. No. Listen, I don't mind. Here's the thing, right?
Literally
no, I'm with you. Literally politics. We're gonna talk about Mark Teixeira too. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I try and it's so hard. Mira, a veces me tengo que morder la lengua, right? Because I have there's a lot of our people who are also Republicans too, and I love everybody. I don't disrespect, I don't like, but hay que llamar las cosas como son, right? Sometimes you have enough clues when the writing is on the wall. What is it they say? Hey, if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So we'll talk about that. Mark Teixeira, obviously aligning himself with the POTUS, what they call them, POTUS, President of the United States, right? So, but no, dímelo.
All right. Hey, I think we can start. I think we can start with something that it's, I don't know, kind of level-headed. We're going to talk about the odds to make the playoffs, right? I wanted to do a little bit differently, not just who's going to win, because at this time, I think there's nobody. Maybe the Padres can beat the Dodgers, for the division, but that's about it. And the Yankees and the Blue Jays, right? They're going to fight it out until the end. But apart from that, I don't think that there's any, suggestion, right? But now,
No.
Let's talk about the odds, right? And let's see if they got them right? So I'm gonna give you the teams on each division, right? And I want you to try to guess what's the percentage, right?
That's great.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
All right, so Orioles 0%. We know that. Rays. I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna give you the first two. I'm gonna give you, what they are. 1.8% for the Rays. Now for the Red Sox, how much do you think they got them at?
To win the division or to
no, to make the
get
playoffs.
in, just play, just to make the playoffs. I want to say they're at about 20%.
They got them at 95.
What?
Yeah, 95 to make the playoffs. Yeah.
Oh, come on. The only reason I said 20% was because it's tight up at the top. It's kind of.
It is.
I'm surprised by nine. Come on.
Fangraphs, and it's like polls almost, it's a little capture of today,
That's what it is. Yeah. They're not projecting.
Correct. So the Yankees and the Blue Jays, 99%.
Okay. 99%?
99%. Yeah, because 98% was the Reds. The Red Sox, of course.
Oh, man. I don't.
That's
okay,
tough,
so
right?
Okay,
There's 20 games left, though. So at this point,
there's still I know what you're saying. Like I think we have an idea, right, of how it's gonna go. But remember, I know from personal experience, I've seen divisions get choked in 17 games. Okay, we've seen it. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but we've seen crazy stuff
last year.
Yeah, you don't even have to look far yet. So, I guess. Yeah.
All right, so AL Central. We got the Twins 0, White Sox are at 0, Guardians, I was surprised, 0.1%.
No, that's too low. That's too low.
Nothing. I mean, I'm
They're
sorry, 8%,
competitive.
8%. I'm sorry, 8%.
Okay, ya entiendo. Okay, I guess
Yeah,
that's correct. I guess that's correct. Yeah, because they're weird because they sold, right? They actually sold at the deadline,
deadline.
and
Yeah.
right, they didn't do anything, and they essentially got better just by accident. Because I feel like in the second half they've been better, than they were, towards the end of the first half. So
Yeah, and something
uh,
that people don't talk about is that they really have a closer. I mean, I thought that they were gonna deal eventually Emmanuel Calase. It's not gonna happen, of course, anymore. But they have their guy, that guy Smith. I mean, he's clutch, man.
yeah,
He's a really good closer.
you know, Cleveland does a really. I gotta. They do a really good job at developing pitchers.
Hmm.
Like they do a really good. Like they might be. I have to look into it deeply or
Hmm.
deeper, but they have to be one of the better organizations at developing pitching, not just starters, but all pitchers. Right? I don't
Yeah.
know what you feel about that, but
No, 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 for sure. I mean, we've seen it with Kluber. We've seen it with damn. I
constantly,
mean,
it never
Emmanuel
ends.
Clase went from
Hmm.
the Rangers from being a prospect that was kind of good to like literally top three in the Cy Young. Shane Bieber, of
Yeah.
course,
Uh huh.
it came out of nowhere. Won the Cy Young. Yeah, I think they might have the best, one of the best ones. I'll still give it to Houston. For some reason, Houston just
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
a
You're
lab
right.
up
You're
there
right. Yeah.
that is
You're right.
incredible. All
Hmm.
right, Royals. How much do you think? They have a little higher than the Guardians.
They Royals have been pretty. They've been pretty good lately,
Hmm.
which is weird. I don't know, man. The AL Centrals, like every year, they have these teams that just right, like that. They're
Hmm.
just like I don't want to call them. They're very mid. That's the
Yeah,
best way I
yeah,
can
yeah,
put
yeah.
them. Very
All
mid,
of
and
them.
they get hot. All of them, even the Tigers, like, and they've had moments where they're up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's like, uh I guess 60%.
12%.
12 per they're all out
Yeah.
of whack. I'm sorry. They're all out of whack. I'm sorry.
And that,
But they've been playing well.
yeah, yeah,
At
yeah.
least
No, I
I
mean, of
haven't looked
course.
at the exact numbers, but I've been watching. They've been hitting.
They've been hitting. But I mean, who are they gonna? That's the thing, 12% because to make the playoffs, they gotta go. They gotta get the wild card.
Right,
And it's
right,
hard to
right.
get to Seattle and Boston and those people. All
Yeah,
right,
I wasn't thinking of it that way. You're right.
yeah. Tigers, 99%. Nothing to be said. I mean, they're the most secure team
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure
yeah.
to make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
they are. They are, even though they are very flawed, but
Hmm.
they are flawed. Like they're not a
Very
team who I'm
flawed.
looking
Yeah,
at. I'm not looking at them like they can win a World Series. I know technically, right? Anybody who gets in, you get hot, you can. But I'm not looking at them like, oh my God, like watch out for them. Like I'm not.
no. To put it into perspective, the Phillies, the Yankees, and even the Blue Jays have a better shot at winning. I mean, right here in Fangraphs, they have a better percentage of winning the World Series,
They
which
do.
makes sense to me.
What
I mean,
is it? Do you have a percentage on those, or do you have
oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
odds? Like what are
Tigers,
the like?
no, Tigers is 8.5%
Okay,
of winning
okay,
the World Series. The Yankees are at 12.6. The Blue Jays 9.4.
uh huh.
Let me see. The Astros 5.3. I think that's kind of low.
Boy, I gotta
Um,
tell you,
yeah,
and I'm not gonna be. I'm not a Yankee hater, boy. Esa marca pesa, bro. The
yeah,
Yankees are not that good. They are
yeah.
not. I'm
No,
sorry. They've been, but no, I get. They've been better. I'm not saying,
mhm.
pero coño, for them to have better odds, I guess they feel like the Blue Jays are gonna choke down the stretch at some point, right?
I think they will. I think they will.
I'm starting to think so too. They're kind of soft. They're soft.
Not only that, but the differential, kind of stupid thing. It's like plus or minus
Uh huh.
for the NBA stats, but the plus or
Right, right,
minus
right.
for
I
the
know what you mean.
differential is like almost negative. I mean, it's like 50 or something. You
Yeah,
can
it's a
lose 75
terrible
games.
percent for a team. Yeah, for a team that is supposed to be a contender, that differential is not.
It's
It
not
doesn't
great.
sound like no. Doesn't sound like a contender.
And don't get me wrong, they have a tough division. Like they don't have easy games. I get it, but I
If
don't
you,
even see them
it's
winning.
funny though. It's funny though. If
Mhm.
you ask me, and this is me being honest here, I don't have a horse in that race, but
Yeah.
Blue Jays on paper have the most talent on than those teams. They got more talent than the Yankees. I'm sorry, they do.
Hmm.
They do, but they don't play like it all the time. They don't have the intangibles. They've shown that they're kind of chokers.
They
Even
are.
when they play in these, yeah, they
They
don't.
are.
Boston doesn't have the talent they have. Yankees have more similar
Mm.
talent to the Blue Jays, but you look at those. Look at the year that Bichette is having. Look at the year that Vladdy's having. I know he doesn't have the huge power numbers like last year, but still hitting over three. Or what is it? Or
Mhm.
close to three, three
Yeah,
hundred
yeah,
around
close
there.
to 3. Mhm.
Close to three, right? High 290s or whatever it is. Um, Pitching has been good enough. Bassett is up and down, but Berrios
Kevin
is
Gossman is eyed. I mean, that's the thing. They have a lot of eye guys, on
they got
the
a lot of number three starters.
yeah,
Those
they
are
do.
all like
Yeah.
number three starters.
Mark Scherzer
Berrios,
shouldn't be in the
yeah.
MLB anymore. I mean,
No. Berrios at
I'm
his best
sorry.
is a number three starter when if he's good. He's either striking
Oh,
out
his
seven
best days.
guys. Yeah, he's either striking out three guys or he's giving up three home runs. That's just what he is.
Yeah, yeah, basically. All right, so I'm gonna jump out to the National League now, and I'm gonna tell you, Nationals for short. Nationals, Marlins, Braves, 0%.
Right. No,
Damn the Braves, man.
you don't think the Marlins can make a run, bro?
Uh, They're gonna fuck it up for the Mets. I think so. At the end, we can talk about that.
Oh my
They got the
god.
last 3 games against them.
They are, of course they do. They're always a pain in the ass, bro. I hate the Marlins.
Imagine,
Like
imagine, imagine they take out Yuri Perez, Eduardo Cabrera, and whoever you want to put on
Alcántara,
there.
Alcántara.
Alcantara, not even Alcantara. All right, let's put Sandy, and he's warmed up a little bit or whatever. I mean, those are 3 tough pitchers to go against. I don't know.
Listen, Alcántara is funny when you mention what Alcántara. So I see the vision with what you see with Alcántara. Like Alcántara hasn't had the best year, but I see what you see. Like what you're seeing is a guy who's trying to work it out. I think next year will be the year to watch out for Alcántara. Like
Yeah.
I see what you're always telling me about. Like, and to be clear to the listeners and watchers out there, like Willy's been telling me, look, it doesn't matter. I pick him out. Like you were talking about a team trying to acquire him, right? And you
Mhm.
always said it doesn't matter. You're not worried about this year. You're letting him work himself back. You said,
Correct.
you're saying basically you're investing into
The
down the road with
future.
him. And
And
I see what you're
honestly,
doing. Yeah.
the GM for the Marlins is a very smart guy because he didn't sell when he was low. You know,
Hmm.
he still has, he still has him on a cheap contract. Might as well wait another year and be like, all right, let's see what we can do. And if he starts 5-0 next year, 4-2, whatever, he can sell him a little bit higher. This is a Cy Young Award winner.
Yeah,
So
no,
I get it.
that upside is just it's too tantalizing. That upside, especially with those other guys you mentioned with the Marlins. Marlins, I gotta tip my cap to them. They've done a very good job this year. They
Mhm.
really have. They if they make moves, I don't know they will. That's the
Yeah.
key. If they make the right moves, they don't gotta spend a lot. Spend something,
Mhm.
make the right moves. They can be a wild card team next year. I really believe that.
So yes, I can definitely see 2026 being their year, and also a all they need is a little bit of a bullpen.
Hmm.
I would say that's all they really need is just a little bit of bullpen. Apart from that, they got the starting pitching and they got some bats. They got some bats.
Yeah,
That kid
yeah.
Marcy is amazing. I mean, damn, I didn't know how good he was. And then who else
The All
that I
Star
can
that they had,
see?
what that was the guy's name?
Oh, Kyle
The guy
Stowers, yeah, he's
También,
on
Sawa,
rehab.
yeah.
Stowers is good.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the
Ramirez, you
most
can build something there.
yeah, you can put yeah. Not defensively, but offensively, I think he can be really good. I'll say this: that kid, Otto Lopez, maybe the
Mhm.
most underrated Dominican player we got. Right.
I think you're right.
So
Mhm.
real quick, this guy, he was on second base, could have won, the Gold Glove on second base. That's how good he was.
Tremendous,
He's
tremendous. Yep,
there with
I
Ketel
agree.
Marte, like great on second base, and they said uh, the Marlins are very smart. They were like, he has a better range than Edwards. Edwards was horrible on shortstop.
Yeah, I
And they
remember.
said
Yeah.
they flip flop him, and now Otto Lopez is still Gold Glove defense on shortstop. And Edwards, like you don't need to do too much on second base. So yeah, very underrated guy. I'll say that.
He is.
Hopefully
He
he
is, and
takes on.
he's with the right organization because Marlins are the type of organization that they're not
Mhm.
gonna break the bank, so they're gonna give you a chance. If you're halfway decent and your contract is not coming up anytime soon, arbitration and all that stuff, so you're gonna get a chance. So he's with the right organization to see it through, and he's shown that he's a really,
Mhm.
I can't say he's a star or that he's gonna be
Oh
a
no, no,
star,
no.
but what he is he's got a little uh, Miguel. What was that guy's name? Miguel El Venezolano. That he bounced around, but was very
Miguel Rojas.
productive. He reminds me of Miguel Rojas a little bit. That he had a good glove, can hit a little bit, doesn't hurt you. Plug him in here, plug him in there, and maybe you get more out of him.
Yeah, hopefully so. All right. So going back to the NL East, the Mets. What percentage would you give them? Philly's at 100% right now to make a playoff.
Yeah, of course.
Mets, what do you have? What do you think they are?
80%.
93.5.
Wow, that's more optimistic than me. All right. Yeah, I know that the Mets just finished losing a series to the Reds. I get it. But the Mets have shown us one thing throughout this year is that they play up to their competition. That is exactly I don't think the Mets really think much of the Reds. No, I don't like that either. But if you get in the playoffs, that may work out in your favor. Look, the team has, this is gonna sound like a diss, but the team has taken the personality of Juan Soto. That is who the team has taken the personality of. That it doesn't have that energy that they had last year. Last year. No,
they were fun to watch. Honestly, I wanted the Mets to win. This year they haven't been fun.
They're not fun. No, a lot of games. They're not. No, they're not fun because and people want to sell the idea of, because you're seeing it all over the place. And let's be clear, Juan Soto's had a good year. When you look at the numbers, he's had a good year. I can't take it away from him. But now what this is going to show me is that if Juan Soto gets 30 for 30, anybody can get 30 for 30 because stealing bases has never been more easy. And we're seeing that right now.
For sure.
And I'm seeing something, and this is something, I brought this up before, and nobody wants to mention it, but this is something that I'm seeing, and I will be proven right one day. And I hope I'm wrong, but I will be proven right one day.
Tell me.
They don't have to be a best of friends. Lindor and Soto, I don't think they're close. I do not get, that's the vibe I get when I've been to the stadium. They don't even look at each other. They're not cool. Now, they don't have to be cool for them to win. But again, I don't get, now I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that they basically walk around each other.
What was it that you mentioned the other day? I saw a post about Sally Marte. I don't know. Juan Soto was giving him props for being a captain or whatever. What was that?
That he was the actual captain as opposed to Lindor. Now, it could have been a misquote. I just took the quote from how it was written. It was written in the post. I saw the quote. I didn't make it up. People, I know this comes as a surprise, guys. That the super Lindor fan would make up a quote, but I'm not making it up. It came out that way. So I just posted it because eso es lo que le gusta a la gente, el bochinche. I gotta give it. I gotta give it to Juan Soto is a buzzword. You gotta give it to him. But it just is what it is. But what I'm saying now, I think it was taken out of context. I think it was taken out of context, but people run with it, right? But I looked at it like, well, what do you expect him to say? I mean, he's looking at it like he's an older veteran. Maybe he has a close relationship to him.
He does.
They're compatriots. So I kind of take it tongue in cheek. I don't take it as a dig to Lindor. I just didn't post it that way because that's not fun.
Yeah, so you got me.
Yeah. But personally, I don't think there's, I don't think they hate each other. I just don't think they're close. They couldn't be any more different. Soto's not a guy who ingratiates himself. We've seen him on 4 different teams. He's not Sosa, Sammy Sosa. He's not Jose Reyes. He's not these guys. This is not his personality.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Now is that affecting the chemistry of the team? I don't know. I hope not. But something is off. It doesn't have that same spark that it had last year.
I got you. All right. So they're being more optimistic than yourself on this one, which is good. They have the Mets 89% clinch in the wild card, which is wow.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna get in. I know you want the Reds to win, but it's not happening. The Mets will get in. Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna win anything. I'm just saying they'll at least get in. To me, they're gonna get bounced in the.
Yeah, you gotta watch out. Not even for the Reds. I mean, yes, I like the Reds better, but they gotta watch out for the Giants.